Welcome back to physics session. Electrical instruments and experimental measurements. So here there are two ways in which various electrical parameters are measured experimentally. These are two types. One is the deflection type meters. This deflection type meters nothing but galvanometer and ammeter and voltmeter. And another experimental standard experimental setup. So it means there are two ways. There are two ways. There are two ways in which various electrical parameter various electrical parameters are measured experimentally these are so first one, so here the first one, deflection meters. Here the very first one, galvanometer. The second one, ammeter. In third one, voltmeter. Another second ways, standard experimentally setup. These two is a very important. So one by one we are going to discuss. So here these are two ways in which various electrical parameters are measured experimentally. These are deflection meters and another one is the standard experimental setup. So these deflection meters, again three types. One is a galvanometer, another one is the ammeter, another one is a voltmeter. One by one we are going to discuss here. For example, here I am taking one ammeter. So this is the connecting wire. Here the reading like this. Reading scale with help of scale is there. So whenever the current passing through this ammeter, this is the ammeter. So this is the current direction. Whenever the current moving like this, means here the torque, due to torque this needle deflection. It means when a current is passed through a deflection type meter, its needle experience a torque on it. So it means when a current pass through a deflection type meter, so here this needle experience some torque. So its needle experience a torque on it experience, so torque on experience torque on it. So whenever like this, that's why here deflection is there. That's why here some deflection. Here current moving this direction, this is a deflection. If current moving this direction, so this direction, this deflection opposite direction. These ammeters, some ammeters unipolar there, some ammeter bipolar also there. Bipole means two sides, so single, so unipolar means only single direction, either left to right or right to left. So that type of ammeter nothing but so single or unipolar. So if that ammeter is changing at both sides, left or right side, that type of ammeter nothing but bipolar ammeters. Let us discuss here the one by one galvanometer and ammeter and voltmeter. So here, so very first one, galvanometer. So galvanometer nothing but here it is used to measure small current. So and a galvanometer has two standard characteristics. One is the full deflection current Ig, another one is the coil resistance Rg. So it is used to measure small current. A galvanometer has two standard characteristics. So very first one, full deflection current. This one some books denoted by capital Ig or some books denoted by small ig. So please listen. And second one, coil resistance Rg. These two standard characteristics very important. Here this galvanometer two types is there. One is a unipolar and another one is a bipolar. So whenever current passing through the, let us consider this is a galvanometer. So this is the galvanometer. Here the needle, let us consider current passing through like this. This is the current direction. So this in middle, this is the zero reading with the help of scale is there. So 0 to like some scale is there, 10 ampere, 10 microampere or 10 milliampere also there, because very small current, 10 ampere and like that. So here also there. So whenever the current moving like this means here a deflection, this needle torque on it like this. So opposite direction. So here the sometime this current passing through like this means here the needle, whenever the current passing like this is the middle point 0. So this needle moving like this. This is the current direction. So that's why this galvanometer. So bipolar. So bipolar means this needle moving left to right, right to left. This type of galvanometer nothing but bipolar galvanometer. This single direction also there. That type of galvanometer nothing but unipolar galvanometers. Most probably in our laboratory we are using bipolar galvanometer. So here very important. here the second standard characteristics coil resistance. So coil resistance nothing but here denoted by letter Rg. So Rg. So this one nothing but resistance of inner coil of galvanometer through which current is passed. It means series combination. Current is passed means series combination. So here the resistance of inner coil of galvanometer through which current is passed, through which current is passed. So it means in series combination. This coil nothing but in a series combination. Series combination only. So here the very important 2 point. If ideal galvanometer Rg is equal to 0. But in our laboratory galvanometer some existed. So here the very first case note point, very important point. So in very important point, in ideal galvanometer resistance is equal to 0. So it means Rg is equal to 0. In second one, laboratory. So laboratory galvanometer. So this is direction. This is the galvanometer. Here the internal resistance is there. Some internal resistance like this. So this is the galvanometer. Here whenever let us consider this point is A, this point is B. Here current moving, this is the direction. So current moving, this is the direction. This current already consider Ig because current passing through the galvanometer, and this is the Rg internal resistance. So this galvanometer and resistor in series combination. Clear everybody? So do like this. Next we are going to discuss ammeter. Second one important here the ammeter. So ammeter nothing but it is used to measure current in electrical circuit, and for a measurement it is connected in series in that branch of circuit through which current is to the measurement. For an ideal ammeter, its internal resistance become to 0, and for a lab ammeter always some variation in current so is produced when it is used in a circuit. How to construct? So it is constructed by connecting a shunt resistance of appropriate value to a given galvanometer. This is the construction. So here statement here, it is used to measure current in electrical circuit. So here the very first point, for measurements it is connected in series. It is connected in series in that branch of circuit that branch of circuit, in that branch of circuit through which I is to through electrical branch of electrical circuit through which I is which I is to measure to measured. So now next important one, for an ideal ammeter internal resistance value become to 0, it's become to 0 for a labrador. So ammeter always some various in current, some various in current is produced when it is used in a circuit for an ideal ammeter. For an ideal ammeter, so internal resistance, its internal resistance is equal to 0, nothing but R, so is equal to 0, and for a lab ammeter always some variation always some variation in current in current is produced when it is produced when it is produced when it is used in a circuit. It is used in a circuit. So now third point, how to construct. So it is constructed by connecting connecting a shunt resistance of appropriate value to a given galvanometer. It is constructed by connecting a shunt or connecting a shunt resistance of appropriate value to a given galvanometer, Now our aim is construct of an ammeter by a galvanometer. How to construct? So if we are given a galvanometer with parameter Ig and Rg, and we plan to construct an ammeter of range Ia. So it means if we are given a so if we are given a galvanometer with parameter Ig and Rg, galvanometer with parameters so IG and RG, and we plan to construct to construct we plan to construct an ammeter of range. We plan to construct an ammeter of range IA. This IA bigger than the IG value. So here the how to construct like this. Here the galvanometer G, this is the internal resistance RG, and this combination I am going to write in self only, no problem. Here also, here the current IG, and here the resistance, internal resistance RG, and this one parallel shunt, nothing but here parallel to this construction. So here the parallel to the construction. So this shunt resistance RS, this resistance nothing but shunt resistance. Shunt resistance value very small value, not a bigger value. So whenever the connecting, so this current outlet to consider IA. So here the current IG, remaining current passing through the shunt VA minus IA minus IG. This so IA minus IG. So finally this current IA only. So whenever the total IA current passing through here, IA value bigger than the IG. So whenever the I current passing through the galvanometer, this galvanometer damage. That's why overcome that damage. So here we are going to connect parallel to this one resistor. This resistor value very small compared to this galvanometer. So that's why more current passing through the shunt, and constructed like this. So here some deflection also there. So here this total combination we called this box, dotted box, we called ammeter. So here let us consider. So in this point, here the potential across and here the potential across both are same. Here the current moving like this, here the current direction here like this. Here, across the galvanometer potential, so Ig into Rd should be is equal to across the here shunt resistance potential. So here shunt resistance current Ia minus Ig, so Ia minus Ig of so Rs. So here sometime they will ask RS value. That RS nothing but shunt resistance value is equal to Ig Rg divided by Ia minus Ig. So here the one more formula, Rg divided by Ia divided by Ig minus 1 also correct. And if here the compared to Ia, Ig value smaller, that's why you may neglect this Ig. So Rs is equal to Ig Rg divided by Ia, approximately this value nearly equal to. So it means here the Ia is a bigger than Ig case only. Whenever you see the data, given data, compare the Ia value Ig, compare and Ia value and Ig value. So here is very bigger value. It means here the micro, here the 5 ampere like that, or here the milli, or here the 5 ampere, 10 ampere like that. So you may neglect the Ig value here. So if you neglect the Ig value, directly you may use this one. For example, here Ig is equal to 10 milliampere, and internal that resistance Rg is equal to 50 ohm, and Ia is equal to, here the Ia is equal to, I am going to consider 5 ampere. Directly you may use here. So if if Ig is equal to 10 milliampere and Rg is equal to 50 ohms and Ia is equal to 5 ampere, find the Rs is equal to how much? This is the question. So that in this case compare Ia value and Ig value. That Ig value very negligible. That's why you may use directly this formula. That Rs is equal to Ig nothing but here the 10 into 10 to 4 of minus 3 into here the Rg nothing but 50 divided by I nothing but 5. So here nearly this value should be is equal to 0.1 ohms. So this is the answer to the question. Like that you may calculate. So while doing numerical, this method identical very important. The sample connection of ammeter in various circuits. Different 4 models is there here. How to connect in the rest in that circuit current here. It means here whenever connecting any branch, it will given as a current flow that branch. So here when the connecting first case 1 resistor and 1 ampere. So these two are in ammeter and in that circuit connecting series combination only. Already we studied in previous classes like that, 10th class or 9th class like that. So already we know that one. That's why I am going to expand directly. So ammeter and resistor in series combination only, and so here the current moving like this. This is a current. This much current passing through the resistor as well as the ammeter also. Same current passing through the ammeter also. Whenever they asking this type of question, you may do like this. And second model, here the one ampere is there. Here one more ammeter is there. So this is a circuit here R1, R2 and R3 and R4. Here one battery. Here one more battery. Here battery name V1. Here battery name V2. So whenever the connecting this ammeter here means this how much here current flow here R2 and I the same. These two are series combination only. That's why this ammeter reading only which resistor current. So R2 resistor current should be equal to the ammeter reading. This ammeter A1 reading. And similarly some these R1 and this battery and this R3 connecting series combination only. So along with here this reading ammeter reading. That's why this is the current direction like this. You may apply here KCL or KVL rule. You may find the how much current passing through the ammeter. So here this R1 as well as R3 as well as battery current also. Say here this reading tells this reading. So in third case, in here the R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. Here the 1 ampere. Here the another ammeter. This is the first ammeter reading. Here the first ammeter reading here in this case. So here the potential across these two are parallel series combination. That's why current R. Here the current in this resistor current reading this ammeter only, and here the current here the ammeter reading. So here and this whole construction, this point is that this whole construction up to here. So this is a series combination only. So that's why here so R1, R4, V2 and R5 this is a series combination. This series combination current reading A2. So in the fourth case, here this ammeter only one ammeter is there. Here the potential means here the parallel to this one nothing but here the sum of the R1 resistor and the R4 resistor current measured this ammeter over sum of this battery current and sum of this R3 resistance measured this ammeter. You may do like that. This is the V1 and this is the V2. So whenever they ask this type of question, you may analyze like this. So very important, whenever connecting any branch, it will given as current flows that branch. Now another third one, voltmeter. So voltmeter nothing but it is used to measure potential different across two points in a circuit. So very first point here the for measurement of potential different in circuit in a circuit. So here the it is connected in parallel across the points where potential difference is to be measured. And third point, so for an ideal voltmeter its internal resistance must be infinity, so that it will not draw any current from circuit. So next, how to construct? It is constructed by a connecting a high resistance in series with the galvanometer of appropriate value. So here it is used to measure potential different across 2 points in a circuit. Measured potential different across 2 points in a circuit. So here the very first point, for measurement of potential different in a circuit, for measurement of potential different in a circuit, it is connected in in parallel combination in a circuit. It is connected in parallel across the points, where potential different is to be measured. Now third one, for an ideal voltmeter its internal resistance must be infinity, so that it will no current flowing that circuit. It means not draw any current from circuit. For an ideal voltmeter, its internal resistance must be infinity. So that will not draw any current from circuit. Next one, how to construct? It is constructed by connecting a high resistance in series with the galvanometer of a appropriate value. It is constructed by connecting connecting a high resistance, a high resistance, a high resistance in series, in a series with the galvanometer of, with the galvanometer of appropriate value, so appropriate value. We'll discuss next construction of an voltmeter. Next one, construction of a voltmeter by a galvanometer. So how to construct here? Here for a given galvanometer, given galvanometer with parameter meters Ig and Rg. So, and if we plan to construct a voltmeter of range VA. Here the galvanometer, this is a high resistance, so here the internal resistance Rg, and here the internal resistance Rg. Here the current passing through this one already considered in this diagram. Here they already considered, so I, here in this case Ig. So here the Ig in the following, here this point I would like to consider A, and this point I would like to consider B. This one connecting battery, I would like to consider battery V here. So here the current direction, this is the current I direction. So generally that current I is equal to, in this one current I is this RH. In this current I is equal to, generally I is equal to potential divided by R equivalent. R equivalent nothing but this internal resistance of the galvanometer and this RH value series combination. That's why V divided by Rg plus RH. So whenever this changing this one, here the across the, here the potential or the deflection, here some deflection is there. This deflection potential VA, I would like to consider VA. So this equal to, here the potential across this one, and here the potential across this one same. Here whenever the VA here, so whenever the VA, here the current passing through the deflection, some deflection reading is there, that current Ig. So here that Ig is equal to, that current Ig is equal to, so VA potential divided by Rg plus RH. Sometime they will ask high resistance. That high resistance RH is equal to VA by Ig minus Rg. So this is the high resistance formula. So based on this one they will ask numerical problems. Here sometime based on voltmeter they will ask different, they will give different circuit analysis. They will ask how much current passing through this voltmeter, like that they will ask. So how to identify, how to calculate, that's why that model I am going to explain here. See here how to When are they asking this method? Here the four different cases is there. In first case, here the R1 resistor, R2 resistor. This R2 resistor across the 1 voltmeter is there. Parallel. Already I said parallel connection. Parallel connection. Voltmeter parallel connection and ammeter series combination. Ammeter series combination. So here the whenever the current moving like this means. So here the potential and this voltmeter potential both are same. That's why here the current, here the how much potential drop R2 should be reading in this voltmeter should be equal to in this voltmeter reading. That's why across this R2 resistor value equal to this voltmeter reading. Now coming to second one. Here the V1 voltmeter there, here the V1, here the V2 voltmeter. One is the V1, another one is the V2 voltmeter. Two voltmeters is there. Here R1 resistor, R2 resistor, R3 resistor, R4 resistor, and battery. Here V1 battery, here V2 battery. So here the construction. So across this R2 only V2 is there. This across this potential drop R2 should be equal to in this reading this second voltmeter reading. So similarly here this potential across this one R1 only. So here the potential reading. So here you may collect like this. Sometimes they will ask to find the V1 voltmeter. So it means across this across this potential drop we called or show this deflection and this reading V1. So similarly fourth case. So here in fourth case somewhat difficult, so deep level. So here the V1 voltmeter. So V1 voltmeter, here the connection V1 voltmeter, here the only. So here across this potential drop, this is a parallel to this voltmeter V1. So V1 or V first one. So it means you may apply here the, so let us count, this point is A, this point is B. So in between A and B you may apply KCL equations. So you may find the across the potential between A and B. That reading show this ammeter reading. So here is simply like that. So if you know the KCL rule and easily to find KCL or KVL rule, you may apply here. So you may find a potential drop across the A and B. That value should be equal to this reading, voltmeter reading. Similarly next case. So here the R1 resistor and R2, R3 and R4, R5 resistor, V1 battery, V2 battery, V3 battery. Here 1 voltmeter reading, here the second voltmeter reading. If we want to first voltmeter reading, you may find, let us count, this point A, this point is B, this point is C, this point is now we will consider D. So you may, if you want to V1 voltmeter reading, you may find the A and B potential across this potential. So for V1 battery and R2, this one here you may apply KVL or KCL rule. You may find the potential across the A and B terminal. So that value should be equal to this first voltmeter reading. And the second one here too. So second one D to C or C to D. So here you may apply here to here, you may apply KCL or KVL rule. You may find the potential across the D and C. So that value should be equal to the second voltmeter reading. So whenever they ask this type of question, you may use like this. So very important concept, measurement accuracy of a voltmeter. So its accuracy depend on the internal resistance of the voltmeter used. So here its accuracy depend on the internal resistance of the voltmeter used. It means, let us consider, so here the one resistor. So here the current passing through this one, I would like to consider 5 ampere. Here the 1000 ohms. So here the current, this terminal A and this terminal B. Here connecting one battery. So here connecting battery. So that battery potential across battery potential should be equal across these two terminal potential. So here the VA, here the potential across A and B, potential different across A and B. So VAB should be is equal to IR. So I nothing but 5, R nothing but 1000. So 5000 volt. 5000 volt. So here the 5000. So whenever connecting here voltmeter nothing but here the some potential, here the some current moving like this, here the some VA potential connection like this, connecting like this. So here the potential connecting like this. Let us consider here the current passing through this potential voltmeter 0.01 ampere. So remaining current nothing but here the 5 minus 0.01 approximately 4.99 ampere passing through this resistance, high resistance. So after connecting of voltmeter, after connecting of voltmeter, here VAB, in between this terminal VAB, so VAB is equal to I into R. I value here 4.99 into R nothing but 1000, that should be equal to 4990. So here the volt, this much volt. So 4091. It means this is the accuracy value. So this is the accuracy value. So here very important point. For an ideal voltmeter, the internal resistance should be equal to or must be equal to infinity. It does not draw any current from that circuit, or here it does not find any current in that circuit. So for measurement also. So here very important point. For an ideal voltmeter, internal resistance must be equal to 0. It does not draw any current for measurement. Based on voltmeter and galvanometer and ammeter, we are going to discuss numerical problems. Here very first problem, a galvanometer has coil resistance of 99 ohm with full deflection, current 0.01 A, full deflection nothing but here Ig. Find the value of shunt resistance required to convert into an ammeter of range. Ammeter. So in ammeter nothing but shunt. So here this is the galvanometer. So here the internal resistance Rg. So this is the shunt. So like this combination nothing but here the ammeter converting. This RS value we don't know, they asking this RS value. Here the full deflection in this side, deflection this current. So here the IA value should be equal to 0.1 and Ig is equal to given 0.01 ampere. So here the across this potential should be is equal to here this potential across this potential also. Here the remaining current moving like this. So here the remaining current nothing but IA minus Ig. So here the IA minus Ig. So here the according to the potential here parallel, these two are parallel. So that's why here Ig Rg is equal to IA minus Rg into Rs. Already we know this one ammeter, already we discussed previously. From this one Rs is equal to Ig Rg divided by Ia minus Ig. So here Ig nothing but 0.01 into Rg nothing but 99 divided by 0.1 minus 0.01. So this value you may calculate, you may simplify. So you will get 11 ohms. That internal shunt resistance is equal to shunt resistance is equal to 11 ohms. This is the answer to the question. Second model, a galvanometer has coil resistance 30 ohms and full deflection current of here Ig they given 2 milliampere. What resistance is needed to convert into a voltmeter of 0.2 volt? So here solution, given data, Rg they given 30 ohms and Ig they given 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere, and here RH is equal to they asking, and VA they given 0.2. So it means according to this question you may draw the diagram. So this is G, this is the RH. So this is the RH. So here the here the internal resistance Rg and connecting here VA like this in between these two terminal VA. This VA value they given. So here the already we know here. So RH is equal to already we know VA divided by Ig minus Rg. So Rg they given how much 30. Substitute here. So RH is equal to VA 0.2 divided by Ig nothing but 0. Ig nothing but here they. So Ig nothing but here 0.2 milliampere. It means 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. So minus 30. So 0.2 divided by into 1000 divided by 2. This is the 0.1. This one is the cancel. It means 100. So minus 30. That RH is equal to 100 minus 30. It means RH is equal to 70 ohms. So this is the answer to the question.